Hey guys, so I made soup beans in the crock pot and I want to share that with you today. But first, just wanted to go over some things. You know, I like to keep it super simple, super easy, and not let anybody be intimidated by things that I do. So, there are as many ways in this world to cook soup beans or pinto beans, whichever one you want to call them, as there are grains of sand at the ocean, okay? Do not get overwhelmed. Do not freak out about, do I salt them? Do I don't salt them? Do I wait till after to salt them? What do I add for seasoning? Do I soak these overnight? Do I quick soak it? It's okay. Just stay calm and breathe. I am going to show you the basic way to cook pinto beans, soup beans in your crock pot, and then you can start tweaking it from there to depend on how you want to eat them and how your family likes them. So for this recipe, you're only going to need a 16-ounce, 1-pound bag of soup beans, pinto beans, dried, which is the best way to do pinto beans because to buy dried beans is a lot cheaper and you get a lot more bang for your buck than buying the canned, already cooked pinto beans. You're going to need a bag of those. You're going to need salt, pepper, and a few pieces of bacon. That's it. That's all you need, and water. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. I'm glad to see y'all here today. Okay, like I said, you're going to need a 1-pound bag of pinto beans, dried. You're going to need some bacon, salt, and black pepper. Your first step is to find a big bowl and sort your beans. Now this is a no-soak recipe, so don't worry about doing this the day before you want to eat these. Just pour all your beans out in a bowl and start sorting through them, looking for any little pieces of rock that may have got mixed in or any bad beans or cracked beans. And if you see anything like that, just go ahead and pick those out and throw them away. Like that's actually a little bean-shaped rock. I don't know if you can see that. It happens sometimes. Alright, I think that's probably about all of them. Yep. Okay, so yeah, just go throw those away. And then you want to rinse your beans. So take your bowl and just fill it up with some water to cover the beans. Not much. And give that a good swirl around. You can see there it doesn't take much water. You just want to get any loose bits of dirt or any other like bad beans that might float to the top and throw those away. So dig out your crock pot and dump all your beans in. You don't have to preheat your crock pot. You don't have to grease the bottom. Then pour enough water in to be a little less than halfway up. You do want to use a bigger crock pot for this recipe because beans swell when they cook. And it's a good idea too to keep an eye on your beans throughout the day to make sure that the water does not cook off. You want to keep your beans covered. Add in a good amount of salt. I don't measure that. It's about probably 2 or 3 teaspoons. And a good amount of black pepper because you really want to season your beans. And that's where the bacon comes in. I usually use 3 or 4 strips of bacon. You can change this depending on what you want to do. Or you can use salt pork. You can use a piece of ham. If you don't want to use actual meat in your beans to season them, you can switch out a cup or 2 of the water for beef broth or chicken broth. but we always have bacon. Give that a good stir. Make sure you wash your hands after you handle the bacon. You do not want to cross-contaminate your kitchen. If you see any little beans that are floating, just go ahead and pick those out. Find the lid to your crock pot. Plug it in. Make sure you plug in your crock pot. I cannot stress that enough. I have made that mistake. Set your temp to low for about 8 hours. Now, when you first do this, it's not going to look like soup beans. It's going to look like a hot mess. See? That does not look like anything you want to eat. But it's going to transform, and it's going to be amazing. This is what it looks like after 7.5 hours. You know it's done when your beans are tender. So just give it a good stir. Check it out. See what you think. Give it a taste. Pick out your strips of bacon and just throw those away. Now you can eat this in a bowl like this. You can drain out some of the liquid. You can put cornbread. You can put crackers. You can even top this with some cheddar cheese if you want. Throw in some jalapenos. We eat this with fried potatoes and mustard greens and cornbread. That's what we eat soup beans with. And whatever leftovers are left, you can take and make refried beans and have a taco night. Let me know what you think of this recipe if your family liked it. Leave some comments down below. Share this video, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and have a great weekend, y'all. Love you. God bless.